Hello and welcome to the Tarshenry channel show. It's good to be here. It's lovely to be back. I hope you're doing good. How are you? How are you getting on? Are you doing all right? I haven't been sneezy at all day, but as soon as I pressed record on the camera, I've suddenly gone very sneezy. Okay, that's just the way of the world. Anyway, I hope you are doing well. Oh, it's a bit cold, isn't it? Crumbs, it's freezing, isn't it? Aren't you cold? Aren't you cold? I'm a bit cold. Oh, gee. I wish I had a tiny little miniature stack of logs. Great. There we go. That's ideal, isn't it? Oh, you might not have realised. I don't know if all of you know this, but I'm actually magic. So, you know, I can create things out of thin air. You know, it's just a thing. But anyway, it's time to light this fire. Okay, so come on, that's it, mate, come on. Oh, look at that. It's not bad, is it? It's not a bad fire. Look, it's real. See, it's real. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking. Welcome to tarshenry channel show, episode number 24. Thanks for coming back. Since I've last seen you in episode 23, I've put out a song called Thank You. So thank you all for joining me in this living out my own powered handheld rectangle. It's been a dream. Which is because I'm so grateful to you all that and thank you for I've got 60 subscribers here on YouTube, and honestly it's wonderful. So thank you very much to all of you guys, all of you subscribers, thank you. And anyone who follows me on Instagram as well, thank you very much. And anyone who's who just enjoys my channel and watches it, because there's loads of other stuff that you could watch. It's all shit though, apart from this. This is the best thing on the internet, clearly. Oh dear, no, it's not. Let's not cut that out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching my channel. So this week, I just want to talk about what's been going on over the past few weeks since I've last been here, since episode 23, and what I'm doing now, and then what I'm going to be doing in the future, sort of thing. Just going to have a little catch up. So I did stop recently. I stopped since episode 23 of my show. There's been quite a break until now, until episode 24. And that's because I was doing a day job, and I was burning the candle at both ends. I was getting up at 4 in the morning to do some music before work, and then I was coming home, and then I was doing videos and editing videos, and I was wearing myself out, but I was kind of obsessed, and I couldn't stop, and I was distracting myself from, I don't really know what exactly, but the kind of, maybe it was like a high from coming off antidepressants and like really starting to feel normal and healthy and good again. After like sort of 8 months or so, I started to feel a lot more like a normal human being again. And so I just started working, and it was great. I enjoy it. I love making these videos, and it was great to keep my music moving forward. I've been learning stuff, and it was going well, but then I started to mess up and have problems. I was just getting exhausted, like wiped out. So it started affecting my work, and then I suddenly realised like I need to slow down a bit. I realised I just had to stop, and I had to change things. This is a good point for me to do a shout out, okay? I want to give a shout out to Sean at work. I don't work with him anymore. That's another thing I'm going to get to in a minute. I'm a lorry driver who was driving a tarmac lorry, and my company has hired me out to the council, who put me in a gang where we went round and did tarmacking, and I fixed roads and did curbs, replaced curbstones and paving stones and slabs and stuff like that. But mostly, you know, I've laid tarmac in a gang, and I've done yellow lines. I've made the yellow lines, and I've made the white lines, and I've reset like manholes and gullies, you know, where all the water drains down underneath the road, you know, where it lives in the film.
Hi, Georgie. Aren't you going to say hello? Oh.
So anyway, I've been working in this gang, and Sean is the boss of my gang. And you may have picked this up. But I'm somebody who, I'm kind of a bit sensitive. I'm okay, I'm fine, but I have to actively manage my mental health so that I don't go off the deep end and struggle. You know, I have times, I have ups and downs throughout the year, and I have times when I struggle. You know, I'm sure we all do. I'm somebody who has to manage my mental health actively. I can't just bowl on. I'm not somebody who can just like never think about my mental health, and just because I need to be active in maintaining a positive outlook. And so I've been on antidepressants for 5 years. I came off them in February. I've now got to 10 months of no antidepressants, which was really hard. It was really hard, and I've talked about it before. But one of the people who I've got to thank so much for helping me and watching out for me is Sean at work. I want to give a huge shout out to Sean. He's honestly, you're a top bloke. And massively appreciate you, dude. He's looked after me, really. When I've had like low spots, he's fought in my corner, and he's even started encouraging me with, I've been doing park runs, and he's been like joining me on the park runs. So as a mate, we've been going running together, and I've been able to phone him when I've been struggling, and he can tell if I'm struggling. You know, I come to work and he's like, he can see I'm wobbly, and he can see I'm really struggling to just do a normal day's work, and he can see that, and he's been able to support me and help me to grow in confidence, and he's been able to give me feedback with my work and my performance, and just generally, he's just given me so much time and so much. He's really cared. And certainly in the workplace, you don't often get someone who really cares and really looks out for you and gives you their time after work as well, you know, and goes the extra mile to like encourage you and reassure you, and to like just listen to you bollocking on, and you know, and to be a sort of counsellor for you, or just to be a friendly ear. So as a mate, as a sort of manager, boss of my gang kind of guy, just as a dude and an inspirational person, because he's certainly, you know, he's overcome a lot of his demons. And, you know, looking at him, he's somebody who, well, I'm not going to talk about his private life, but he's like, you know, he's an inspirational person. But Sean, I love you, dude. You're a great guy, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. Okay, so here's a big shout out to you, sir. Thank you. I also wanted to give a big shout out to Ryan, who I've also worked with in the same gang all this time. He's like really helped me out with stuff. He like changed the brakes and pads on my car and like cleaned my car. He's a really good dude. And we've not always seen eye to eye, but he's a very funny person with a good heart. So here's a big shout out to you too, Ryan. And here's a shout out to Noodle as well. Noodle got a shout out a few weeks ago in a previous episode, but since then I've actually spoken to Noodle in real life on the phone. So it was nice talking to you, Noodle. Have a good one, mate. Cheers. Also, I want to do a quick shout out to Ed Mail and Rob McKinder, and also Lucy Collins, who's a friend of the show. And Ed Mail's a friend of the show too. And one day it'd be good to get Rob McKinder on. He's a very cool man. So it'd be nice to talk to him too. But anyway, Lucy, Ed and Rob have all made a point of hanging out with me and making sure I'm all right since I lost my job. So a big shout out to all of you guys. So this job I've had at the council have just let all of their contractors go just before Christmas. They've run out of money and just decided to sack all of their contractors, which includes me, just before Christmas. Boop, gone. They've lost all their jobs. The council has just got rid of us all. And then the company that employs me, they didn't have any work. That was my job, they took me on to work for the council. Now that work's gone. They don't really have any work for me. So I've left that job. I love the people, my company who I worked for directly, I love those guys. But the council have treated me and 74 other guys like disposable trash. And I'm a bit disappointed. I'm disappointed. So I'm at a weird point in my life where I've lost my job just before Christmas. 'Cause I lost my job 2 weeks before Christmas. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, but things are turning around because I've got some friends, which I'm so grateful for my friends who have really helped me out. I've realised that my YouTube channel's actually boosted my confidence a lot this year. So thank you so much for that. And I've now found a new job, which I'm starting on Monday, which I'm really excited about. And I've started taking cold showers. Oh God. No. There's all of this kind of stuff all over the internet about like cold plunges and ice baths, and I looked into it and I found that if you have like 11 minutes a week total of time where you're like really cold and it's uncomfortable and you really want it to stop, it kind of hurts basically, that is enough to boost that can help your mental health, and it can help your physical health too. Basically, if you have a shower and at the end of your nice hot shower, turn it to full cold, like as cold as it will go, nastily cold, think ice cubes like landing on you, build up to 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. It hurts, it's really uncomfortable, but it's really good for your mental health and your physical health. So I'm listening to this amazing book called Dopamine Nation. It's a really good book. It's all about addiction, and from drugs to just your mobile phone, anything you might be addicted to, you're pressing on for pleasure. You're pressing the pleasure center of your brain, and when you do that, your brain afterwards, to regulate itself, which is called homeostasis, it swings the other way and makes you more sensitive to pain. It's like, if you get drunk one night, that might be might be lots of fun, but then the next day you're like, and you just feel sore and everything's difficult and lights are too bright and you just feel rough. And this is like that with any drug, whatever. I find that, not that I've ever done drugs, but I imagine if you take drugs, when the drugs have worn off, whatever that particular drug gives you, I imagine that I find that any drug you take, whatever you think it's giving you, because drugs give you things, that's why people take them. So whatever a drug gives you, that's the very thing that it also takes away. And it's because your brain is doing the opposite thing, that it's having the opposite reaction. So the more you take drugs, the less they work, the more you get used to it, because your brain, your nervous system is rewiring itself to do the opposite, so that because you're taking drugs all the time, pressing for pleasure, and your brain and nervous system is trying to keep you normal. Okay, you've got like a 0 point and a steady middle, and your brain and nervous system is trying to get you there. So you keep pressing to be happy all the time, which is one side, and your brain, the only way that your body can achieve balance is by rewiring itself to be more on the other side, so that it's more aware of, more sensitive to pain. And so when you're not taking drugs, suddenly you're like, ow, you feel see-through, you feel like you've got holes in you, and you feel like everything hurts, and you just feel more physical pain in your body, and life is just hard and sad, and it's not very nice. So basically the simple science of cold plunges or cold showers is that you're pressing for pain and discomfort. You're going, look at this. You're embracing pain. You're pushing yourself into that painful situation, and what happens is your brain and your nervous system is naturally then starts to wire itself the other way. So you're pressing for pain, and then that means that in the aftermath of that, your brain and your nervous system becomes more wired to feel good, to feel comfortable, and to feel sturdy and resilient. And then you become better and better. It becomes harder and harder. Just like if you take drugs all the time, they work, your body, you just get better at it, and you can take more and more and it doesn't affect you as much. Well, it's the same with cold shower. You at the end of your nice hot shower, you make it cold for 2.5 minutes. Ow, it fucking really hurts. After that, you just feel, you're glowing. You feel like Superman. You're like glowing. Your skin feels good. You have, apparently it's like you get the same amount of dopamine as you would if you did cocaine, and except it lasts longer, and it's natural, and it's not like corrosive to your life and your body, so it's good for you. Like, don't do cocaine. So I've been taking these cold showers, and honestly, it is a game changer. It's one of those things where you start doing something and you just know immediately, you're like, oh right, this is what the fuss is about. This is why it's a good thing, I see. So I recommend giving it a go. It will hurt, and that's the point. That's the point. It's horrible and you want it to stop, but that's the point. Yeah, so I can't say any more than that, really. Cold showers, good. Okay, so now it's time for some fan mail. Real true fan mail, real true fan mail, real and true, real and true, real true fan mail, real true fan mail, real and true, real and true, real and true fan mail, and it comes from you. Right, okay, so I've got one of my big bags of fan mail here. Look, let's have a look. So let's see what we've got. I'll find a letter. Let's have a look. Right. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, squirrel stamp. Stamp with a squirrel on it. Let's have a look. So what have we got? To Mr. Tarshenry channel show, YouTube, bottom floor, lowest ebb, darkest corner on the left. Saturday the 11th of May 2024, morning time. Okay, so that was earlier this year, but like I say, that I've had quite a backlog of fan mail, so who's right. So what does it say? Dear Tars Henry, fuck you and fuck your mum. You are a loser, from Michael the Squirrel. Okay. Right, okay, fair enough. Well, we're all entitled to our opinion, and thank you, Michael, for proving that I get fan mail, because, that proves that I've not made this up myself and written it myself, because why would anyone in their right mind make up a letter that says that? Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I hope you get hit by a train. Anyway, not really. No, stand up for yourself, Henry. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Michael, for writing in, and thank you for watching this show. So, I'm at this weird point in my life, like I've lost my job and things are difficult, but at the same time, I feel really connected to my friends and family, and I've got a new job which starts on Monday. I feel much more confident in general because of you guys, because of this channel, so thank you for that. What I want to do over the next year, so looking forward now, I things have to change. I just can't make a YouTube video every week at this point in my life, because what I need to do now is refocus on, I've got my album sitting there. I've got like 11 songs that are recorded. I've got 4 of them are like all done. 7 of them I've got left to kind of spend a few weeks like tidying them up, editing them, mixing, just trying to get them really right, to get them so I'm really happy with them. And then when these 11 songs are done, I will be able to put out into the world, sharing with you guys, an album of music that I've worked on for, I think, 18 years. I've been working on it, and it's going to mean a lot to me, and I really hope that you guys connect with it and like it. But if I don't put it out there, if I don't do it, you'll never hear it, and nothing will happen. So I need to get that done. But the point is, I need to look after my mental health. I need to have a job. I want to see my friends and family, and I need to work on my music as much as I can. And I've found that I love doing these videos. I love this channel, and I'm not going away forever, but I'm gonna have to, for the next possibly up to a year, I'm going to be focusing on my music, and I will be putting things out there, but at a much slower rate, and certainly with no regularity. So please stay subscribed. Please watch out in case I put stuff out. If following me on Instagram means that you'll see what I'm up to day to day, week to week, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here, and I will be putting things out, but I'm just not going to be putting things out weekly like the YouTube algorithm wants me to. I'm going to be putting things out when I can. It's going to be a bit sparse on the Tars Henry channel show, but it's because I'm working on music, which is Tars Henry music. So maybe once my album's out, I'll have another phase of putting videos out weekly. Next year, in the second half of next year, probably towards the end of the year, I will have an album ready to go out. I want to make videos for it. I want to promote it. I've got some ideas of what I can do. But most of all, I just want to put some music out and share it with you, and hopefully we can all enjoy it together. But in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely Christmas, and I hope you look after your mental health, and I hope you and reach out to all your friends and family, and ask for help if you need it. It's all good. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep making stuff, and things are going to keep getting better, hopefully. And we just need to stick together, stay cool, and look out for each other and love each other. Okay? So big respect to all of you, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Give me a shout on my Instagram, or give me a shout in the comments. Say hello. Say anything you want to say to me, as long as it's nice. Don't be like Michael the Squirrel. And yeah, I love you lots. Okay, so you take care of yourself. Ciao for now. Goodbye.
The Tars Henry Channel Show.
Oh, she's a beauty. Look at that.